Hello and welcome to the To Be Honest Review. I'm your honest reviewer, Travis Be Honest, and you know what time it is again, kiddies. It's time to make predictions about Extreme Rules. Now, I'm not really going to explain my choices to a full extent. I'm just going to talk about each individual. I'm just going to talk about the wrestlers in the match, then say who's gonna win. I'm not gonna say anything about the storylines or anything like that. I'm just going to say who's gonna win and maybe a little bit about the wrestler, about at least one of the wrestlers in the match. Now, to get us started, we have our kickoff show between the Mock Powers and the Ascension. Okay, there are two things I need to talk about before I tell you who I think is going to win. First off, we have Damien Mandow. Fuck you. And he has lost his mind. I mean, seriously. I thought they were done with this whole coming out as older superstars that don't wrestle more, in this case, not around anymore, as in they died. Rest in peace, Macho Man. But apparently not. Apparently, somebody after his match with Curtis Axel at a SmackDown said, "All the fans are cheering for you, but you're not entertaining. I want to go back to imitating other superstars." And Ms. Dow said, "Okay." This is not going to help his career. This is going to hurt him. I mean, as soon as the fans get bored with this, which I pretty much think they will in due time, they're going to start booing him, and WWE will just go like, "Well, there's the rug pull. Goodbye in the pit. The pit of jobbers and comedy gimmicks." But yes, he shouldn't be like this. I mean, they could give him another gimmick. It wouldn't be that hard. He could be a good guy version of the intellectual savior. I would actually like to see what that would bring. I mean, instead of finding the bad guys instead of finding the good guys, and telling how stupid and wrong they are, he can come out to the bad guys and tell them how stupid and dumb and ignorant and how much of an ignoramus they are. That would be good. I mean, or he could be like a teacher character. We haven't had a good guy teacher character. All the teacher characters have been evil. What does that say about WWE wanting kids to learn? I mean, every year they have a reading competition. Why not have a teacher character in wrestling that will encourage like kids to read and learn? I don't know. I'm just grasping at straws here. I mean, it could work. But anyway, on to number 2, the Ascension. These guys have fallen into, I'm not going to say the pit of jobbers. I'm going to say there's another pit of NXT superstars tossed into a pit of jobbers. I mean, let's see who we have in there. We have, Bo Dallas. We have Adam Rose. We have Xavier Woods, I think he's trying to crawl. He's starting to crawl out, but he's still there. He's starting to crawl out. But anyway, the Ascension came into the WWE as a wrecking force, like the Road Warriors were when they first started, and pretty much throughout their whole career. But they made one mistake, one small mistake. They said they were better than the Road Warriors. I don't see this as a mistake, personally. But JBL and Booker T disagree with me. Apparently, saying that you're better than, I can understand the Road Warriors, but apparently, according to them, saying that you're better than older tag teams is a sin now. I mean, we hear superstars saying, I'm better than Hulk Hogan, I'm better than Stone Cold, and they don't get flack for that. I mean, sure, the fans will be like, you are not better than Hulk Hogan, you're not better than Stone Cold, you're nothing. But the commentators are supposed to go like, especially JBL's, because the Ascension are bad guys. The bad guy commentators are supposed to go like, it's all true, he is better than Hulk Hogan and Stone Cold. And the good guys announcer are supposed to go like, I wouldn't say that they're that good, but they are good. But no. It was just like they said that and dead. Any chances of getting the tag team titles are gone and done. At least until they decide that they want them to succeed. Because in NXT, they were tag team champions for I think almost or up to a year, until the Lucha Dragons, the new tag team on the block, thank goodness, at least there's another good tag team, beat them for the title. And yeah, the Ascension came up to be like the force that was going to defeat the Usos, but then they decided, okay. The commentator said no, so they're not getting a title shot. We'll give this title reign to Kid and Cesaro and be done with it. And then Tyson Cesaro gets the belts. And now, since I'm done with my rant, the winners of this match will be the Mock Powers, Damien Sandow and Curtis Axel. Because since Damien Sandow's popularity is still flourishing, WWE is going to exploit the hell out of his popularity. So, good job, Damien. You're going to be relevant until I'm just going to say Money in the Bank. That's my guess. You're going to be relevant until Money in the Bank, then people are just going to wise up and say, you know what? What? This is actually kind of boring. Yeah. Let's just start booing. Boo! Okay. On to the next match. We have King Barrett versus Adrian Neville. The man gravity forgot. The jumping Geordie. Okay. One thing I'm going to talk about is the King of the Ring tournament. We had King Barrett defeating Neville in the finals. This is why I have conflicting thoughts about this. Because at Extreme Rules, and I think a little bit before that, Adrianel won 2 fights. One at Extreme Rules and one before that. Then, at the King of the Ring, a few days after the Extreme Rules, Wade Barrett won and became King Barrett. And I haven't seen this yet. King Barrett has not fallen victim to the King of the Ring curse. I mean, when Sheamus won it, one of the dark points of his career was when he won not Extreme Rules, why the fuck did I almost say that? But when he won the King of the Ring. And he was a jobber. Sheamus was a jobber until WrestleMania, where he beat Daniel Bryan for the United States Championship match. For the United States Championship. So, this match, I'm going to have to go with King Barrett. I know I'm probably wrong, but I haven't seen any signs of the King of the Ring curse, so King Barrett, you, sir, are going to win this. Okay. This rivalry does make sense, but their last match at Extreme Rules did not. You remember my rant from my Extreme Rules predictions about Dolph Ziggler and Sheamus' Kiss Me Arse match. Why the fuck did they even have that kind of match? I'm serious. All that happened in between Sheamus debuting and Extreme Rules was attack from behind, promo. Sheamus comes out when the promo's taking place. I want to fight you. Let's make it a Kiss Me Arse match. Fine by me. Where do I sign? Why would this be the first choice of the match? I mean, shouldn't it have been just a normal, if it was going to be an Extreme Rules, why not have it an Extreme Rules match? And not just some match you pulled out your arses. I mean, have the like a normal or Extreme Rules match at Extreme Rules, and then have this match, then have the Kiss Me Arse match at PayBack. That would actually make sense. And if they were going to have the angle where Sheamus shoves Dolph Ziggler's face up his arse, why not have that at the night before they decided on the Kiss Me Arse match? I mean, that would actually make sense for the match, but they just jumped right into it. It was just jarring to me. When I was looking at the WWE page for Extreme Rules before I made that predictions list, I was like, what? Did I miss a Raw or a SmackDown? How did this come about? But as far as I knew, and I went back to every single Raw and SmackDown before I made that predictions list and was like, there is no way this match should be taking place. I mean, they just decided this kind of match out of the blue. And this is going to be a normal match at PayBack? Make it a wash my boots match. I don't know. But yeah, I just don't understand this. I understand the rivalry. It's about Sheamus not liking underdogs, but let me just get back. Let me just get to the prediction before I blow a gasket. I think going against my prediction from last month, I think probably gonna be wrong about this and probably gonna be wrong about all these, but I'm gonna go with Ziggler. I mean, he's more motivated. I still think that Sheamus is still taking him lightly after still losing the Kiss My Arse match. But I'm gonna have to go with Zigglypuff. Just based on the fact that Sheamus is still taking him too lightly because I'm the bigger man, you're just an underdog. Next match. That rivalry's just stupid. Okay, we have the tag team title match. The New Day versus Cesaro and Tyson Kidd. 2 out of 3 falls match. Go. Okay. Like I said, I like Tyson Kidd and Cesaro. They need a name for their tag team, but no one has been calling them the Masters of the WWE Universe. So I'm not calling them that either. The New Day have been on a roll. They defeated, because there's 3 of them and only 2 in a normal tag team. They defeated Randy Orton and Roman the Wank Pheasant Reigns on Raw, and also defeated Tyson Kidd and Cesaro at Extreme Rules, and then again on that SmackDown to retain their titles. So, unlike last time, I'm going to have to go with the New Day in winning this 2 out of 3 falls match. Next match. John Cena. Okay, I should really tell you what match it is, but since I already said John Cena, it's kind of a mute point. It'll be John Cena, winner, taking on Rusev, loser. Okay, reason for my choice. I know you're all dying to know this, but I know you're all dying to know this, so I'm going to tell you. John Cena is undefeated in I Quit matches. The Superman of the C Nation is undefeated in I Quit matches. Do I need to say more? I mean, he's defeated JBL, he's defeated Randy Orton, and he's defeated Batista. That's a very good list of names for Rusev to be associated with. May not be Russian, but those are good names to be associated with. I'd like to be associated with Booker T, JBL. No, Booker. Rewind. With JBL, Randy Orton, and Batista. I'd like to be associated with them. They're great wrestlers. Most of them. But yeah, John Cena has defeated all of them, and there's still a doubt that John Cena is going to defeat Rusev. I mean, it's believable that he could win, but it's very unlikely. So, winner of the I Quit match, John Cena, all the way. See you Money in the Bank. Okay. Before I see you Money in the Bank, we have two more matches to talk about, and then I'm just going to add one because I know it's probably going to be there. But we have Ryback versus Bray Wyatt. Okay, Bray Wyatt's another one from NXT that, unlike Bo Dallas, The Ascension, Adam Rose, and Xavier Woods, who's still climbing, you still see him, just closed back down the door. He's actually had a good win-loss record. He lost to Undertaker at WrestleMania, but he won a series of matches against Dean Ambrose. He defeated John Cena once. Him and the family defeated The Shield, one of the best trio tag teams I have ever seen, and he defeated Kane. So I do think that Bray Wyatt is going to win against Ryback. But I do think Ryback will come back later. I think probably at Money in the Bank, because this match is not going to be the last time we see Ryback and Bray Wyatt, if any of Bray Wyatt's other rivalries, minus Undertaker, have been any indication. And maybe Bo Dallas is going to help him win. Or maybe Luke Harper and Eric Rowan, who have just got back together. I don't know. I just see Bray Wyatt coming away with this victory. And now we have... Okay, before I talk about the world title match, I'm just going to say this. If there is a Divas title match, it'll probably be the Divas champion, Nikki, taking on Naomi. If that happens again, Naomi's going to win. Just throwing that out there. If it happens. But, anywho, we now have our fatal four-way and main event of this evening. We have Seth Rollins, the champion, taking on Roman Reigns, taking on Dean Ambrose, taking on Randy Orton. And if Seth Rollins does not keep his title, Kane will be fired. Well then, instead of just saying, he's going to win, goodbye, I'm just going to say this. I'm going to have from most likely to least likely going to win. And this is not cheating, because the greatest likely to win is my pick. But this is going to be the order of reasonable ones who are going to win. Okay, first off, most likely to win is the person defending, Seth Rollins, or Justin Bieber, or, as I start to call him, Slick Willie, because Seth Rollins has gotten out of very tight situations before. He has gotten out of being beaten up. He has gotten out of matches. He has gotten off of a beating of a lifetime from Brock Lesnar the night after WrestleMania. And he also defeated Randy Orton at the Extreme Rules pay-per-view that I called. Thank you. And I don't also see Kane being fired. If he is fired, we'll have Kane versus Seth Rollins at Money in the Bank. But I don't see that happening unless Kane disappears a little bit and they have that match at SummerSlam. But it's not going to be Suited Kane, it's going to be Demon Kane. Next up, on our way to win, is the Wank Pheasant, Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns is the second golden boy of the WWE right now. they're really pushing him down our throats. And when they start pushing, they push hard. Roman Reigns lost the biggest and strongest of this match. But he's not one of the smartest in this match. Brute force will only get you so far in a fatal 4-way match until you get blindsided. And now on to my third choice to win this. My third likely to win this, Randy Orton. I say this because Randy Orton has the experience behind him. He has been the champion, I think, 13 times now. 13 times now. And that brings in experience. But that's not gonna. But as I seen when him and Roman Reigns fought the New Day, that don't always help you. And now we're on to least likely, Dean Ambrose. Oh, Dean Ambrose. You're another one of my favorites. But I don't see you coming out with the title of this one, buddy. Because you don't deserve it yet. Because what have you done since the Shield broke up? You lost to Seth Rollins a couple times. You lost to Bray Wyatt. You lost to Bad News Barrett by disqualification. Then you didn't win the title at the WrestleMania. It was the Intercontinental title, but it still counts. And you didn't win against. Then the only pay-per-view match I seen you win was against Luke Harper at Extreme Rules, and I knew you were gonna win that. But when it comes to the big ones, the big rivalries, you don't win. So that's why you're my least likely to win this. Well, as always, like and comment in this video, and give me your predictions of who's going to win, because I really want to know. And maybe go down and subscribe to my channel. And that's all. Thank you so much for watching, and